40. Today I'm going to freeze dry some eggs. And you might be saying to yourself, well, you've already done that. Today I'm going to freeze dry 60 scrambled eggs. But thanks to your comments and concerns on my previous egg video, I realized that a lot of you want to see what a raw egg will do in the freeze dryer. So today we're going to find out. Now, I want to do two different kinds of freeze-dried raw eggs. I want to do whole raw eggs with the yolk and the white together, just like you would fry an egg. And then I want to do scrambled, but raw. Now, I've heard that raw eggs, when they're not scrambled, do not freeze-dry well, but I want to see what happens. The possibilities of a freeze-dried egg are pretty unlimited. You use eggs in so many things, and it'd be really great if you can use them for cooking. Obviously without having to store them. So I'm just going to put these whole in here just like this, and I'm going to fill it up as tall as I can get it. And I'm going to hope that it doesn't actually expand when it freeze dries. Some things do, some things don't, but I guess we're going to find out. Alright, so I got 25 raw eggs with the yolks into one tray. So that's pretty impressive. I think if I go any higher, I'm not going to be able to carry it to the freeze dryer without it spilling. And I am accounting for a little bit of expanding if it comes to that. Side note, if you are a gardener, save these eggs. And I'm sure you already know the benefits of putting this in your garden. They're an awesome fertilizer if you crush them up into, just kind of pulverize them into almost a dust. Okay, next thing I'm going to take 25 of these, throw them in here, and I'm going to scramble them all together just to give us a little bit of a variation. Okay, we got our 25 eggs scrambled raw, and just a little retired at 40 bonus tip for you: if you have never put cottage cheese in with your scrambled eggs before you cook them, you are missing out. And just a little suggestion: put the eggs in very close to your freeze dryer, because this is not an easy task without spilling everywhere like I just did. Murphy! Come here, boy! Oh, good boy. Get your eggs. Okay, this is now me taking the machine apart because I spilled eggs everywhere. So, lesson learned on that one. Maybe cut it down to 15 to 20 eggs per tray, because the machine tilts back for drainage of water. Alright, like usual, we're at 0 kilowatts. I want to see how much power this is going to take. Alright, I'm going to do 12 hours of freeze time and 10 hours of final dry and see where that gets us. And as usual, make sure you check out the suggested dry time video. And I always welcome comments and questions. Alright, looks like we're done. Just under 43 hours. Let's see what they look like. Looks like we ended up with 26.57 kilowatt hours. close-up and show you how light and fluffy these are. "20 eggs in a 1-pint ball jar." The whole eggs are really interesting. This stuff is almost like styrofoam. Really light and fluffy. Ended up with 16 whole eggs in the ball jar. If you're going to use these for cooking, I would probably try and figure out how much freeze-dried egg it would take to equal a regular not freeze-dried egg. So what we really want to know is how a whole egg is going to reconstitute. And it's going to be really hard to get it to that consistency where you can just kind of drop it into a frying pan. So I think the best thing to do is take out some of the egg white and separate it from the yolk, and maybe put them in water by themselves, and then once we're ready to cook them, add them back together. Okay, so I have 2 yolks and I have about the amount, I think is about 2 egg whites, and I'm just going to add some water very slowly to the whites, and then I think on the yolks, I think I'm actually just going to let those chill for a little bit in a little bit of water, because I think it's probably going to be really easy to water them down too much. Alright, so the whites are not really doing real great in my opinion. They're kind of a little bit, there's chunks of whites, and I'm not sure if you could maybe throw them in a mixer or something that might be able to get rid of them, but I'm gonna try them this way. I might have put too much water in, but it's really hard to tell because it just kind of looks like a watery substance anyway. Alright, the yolks are not looking like they're gonna do what I want them to do. So I think I'm going to drain this water off, and I'm going to smash the yolks down and make almost a paste out of it, and just maybe cook them that way and pour them on top of the egg whites. Well, it sort of worked. I made more of a paste than anything, but we're going to give this a shot. Other than getting the yolk to hold its form, it actually tastes really good. Tastes normal, no funky taste, no weird textures or anything. So actually, I wasn't expecting it to turn out that good, but it's doable for sure. I appreciate you watching this video. Make sure you take a moment to subscribe. Also, make sure you click that bell for the notifications, and every time a new video comes out, you'll be notified. Well, overall, I would say this turned out pretty excellent. And they're also not expensive. This is Retired at 40 signing off. Remember to live life simple. We'll catch you next time.